This episode of Brian's House is brought to you by FlyGrip. If you have an iPhone, an Android, really any smartphone, you'll love this thing. It's the coolest little gadget. It attaches to the back of the phone. You slip 2 fingers through it and your other hand is free. You can completely navigate with one hand and there's no juggling, no dropping because you're trying to click on something at the very top of the screen or anything. It's so cool. And it doubles as a kickstand. So you can watch my podcast while you're enjoying a cup of ramen noodles. So that's pretty cool. Quick story, and this is a true story. A guy on the subway in New York was texting the old-fashioned way, double thumbs, and the train suddenly came to a stop. He was thrown forward and all the way through the car and hit his head and died instantly right in front of everybody. If he would have had one of these, he would have been texting with one hand, and with the other hand, he would have been hanging on to one of those little hangy down loops that you're supposed to hang on to for safety. And he would be alive today. So don't tell me that this is just a cool gadget. This could save your life. Okay, I made that story up. But still, it could have happened. I didn't have to tell you that I made it up. So buy one of these things. Go to flygrip.com. Use the promotion code BRIAN, B-R-I-A-N, and you will not only get free shipping, but you'll also get a really cool free case for your phone. You're welcome. Today's show is also brought to you by my good friends at Adamandeve.com. If you're looking for some tasteful lingerie, pink handcuffs, or something with a bit more edge to it, wow. You will find it at Adamandeve.com. And when you do make your order, use the promotion code SIDESHOW, one word, SIDESHOW, and you'll get 50% off just about any item there, plus free shipping. They'll throw in 3 free DVDs and an extra surprise gift. I don't even know what it is. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it's the angled prostate vibrator. So go to Adamandeve.com, America's most trusted source for adult products. Isn't that right, baby?
Get in the car, let's go to Brian's house. Brian's house. It ain't that far, let's go to Brian's house. Brian's house. He's so wise and kind. I wonder what is on his mind. No, please stop messing around so we can go to Brian's house.
Welcome to my house. Thanks for dropping by. My wife rearranged things again, but I'm happy with it. Come on, I'll show you around.
Dick's in the news. Dick's in the news. Dick's in the news. Dick's in the news. Dick's in the news.
I just read where Harvard University, arguably the top university in our nation, certainly the most prestigious, is offering vampire studies. Seriously? What could you possibly study? Taylor Lautner's Neanderthal, Herman Munster's suborbital ridge, or why emo boys' balls glow in the dark? If you're studying vampire studies, don't bitch when you call tech services and an Indian answers your phone. You're the reason. You're the reason nobody in this country can fix a computer with your bullshit majors. I have a friend with a bullshit major. She's a art history major, has her bachelor's in art history. The closest she has come to using this degree is in the coffee shop that she manages. She allows artists to put their flyers next to the cash register. And when I say artists, I'm talking about guys that airbrush unicorns at a booth at the fair, right next to the guys who are playing the Peruvian pan flutes. I hate that music. Makes me want to take a sack and fill it with puppies and shake the shit out of it. And you know who I blame for this? John Adams. That's our 3rd president. That's exactly right. He said, I want to get this right. I want to be able to quote him, so I'm going to read it. Forgive me. John Adams said, "I must study politics and war so that my sons may have the liberty to study mathematics and philosophy. My sons ought to study mathematics and philosophy so their children can study painting, poetry, music, architecture, statuary, tapestry, and porcelain. If you're studying porcelain, you're an asshole. The only porcelain a college guy should be studying is the porcelain at the bottom of a toilet bowl when he's scrocking after a weekend of binge drinking, so he can get up Monday morning, wipe his face off, and go finish his degree in communications, which, as it turns out, is more useless than studying porcelain. For God's sake, you know, if you're going to go to college, get a degree in something worthwhile so you're actually employable. Get a job, a house, a family, you know, so you can afford to buy Lunchables for your worthless latchkey kids.
Can't wait to answer your annoying questions now.
Tawny, how do you make multiple grilled cheese sandwiches without burning the last one? Less time per side and a gradually smaller flame. I'm guessing the pan gets too hot and so the last one is burned. So if your first sandwich took a minute per side, then your fourth one should take like 30 seconds per side and half the flame. And let me know how that works, because I'm just making this shit up as I go along. Linda, advice on how to make a meatloaf. It's a fucking cooking show now. A pound of lean hamburger, preheat the oven to 325, mix in one of those packets of Lipton onion soup mix, mix it all together. If you don't like onion soup, half a cup of crackers, just, you know, pound, you know, grind them in your hand and then, you know, mix them in with the hamburger. About 20 minutes in, you're going to want to glaze it with, get a can of tomato sauce, mix in 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, glaze the top of it. And if you want to get crazy, I shouldn't even say this out loud, if you want to get nuts, 20 minutes before it's done, put tater tots all over the top of it. Get yourself a quart of Schlitz malt liquor and call me, because I'm coming over. That's a party right there. Okay, Michelle, how would you feel if I got a Guitar Guy tattoo? Indifferent? No, actually, I would be honored. I would be flattered if you got a Guitar Guy tattoo. If you get one on your arm, great. But if you really, you know what I'd really like to see or hear about is if you got one on your upper thigh, right next to your cooch, and I'll pose for it right now. All right, take a screenshot of this. You ready? There you go. You're welcome. Or you can get a tramp stamp, and here's your screenshot. You see, I'm making fun of the boy that's behind you. Okay, let's see. Rachel, do you make eye contact with people in the crowd? Yes, I do. A lot of performers don't, but I love to, because I can only see the first couple of rows, but I involve them in the show. I talk to them, they talk back. I sing to them, and I walk that line where I'm like right on the line of being inappropriate at times, and those faces are a perfect gauge, because I know if I see smiles, I can move closer to the line, and if I see tears, if I can make a grown man cry, I need to back off a little bit. So yeah, I love looking at the crowd. How do you get rid of a conscience? Become a drummer? This song is about stranger danger. Stop, drop, lock and load, lay down in the grass. If you see a pedophile, cap him in the ass. If a stranger grabs you, you don't have to scream. He'll let go when you unload around into his spleen. Stop, drop, lock and load when you feel unsafe. Real kids carry pistols, pussies carry mace. It's so quick and easy to show him you've got smarts. Put a 38 slug into his dangly parts. Thanks for stopping by. Do me a favor, click the subscribe button up here. The podcast will come to you automatically every week. See ya.
There was so much to see at Brian's house, Brian's house. But now he wants us to leave Brian's house.